believe it, it's 11 o'clock at night. We're on the Albany River system on Mccocobatten Lake at Mccocobatten Lodge. We're here for an unbelievable big fish adventure, fishing upstream for big walleye, on fly if you can believe it, and downstream for giant eastern brook trout. This big fish adventure starts right now on the new Fly Fisher. All right, and the best part about catching these jewels of the north is letting them go. Now that is absolutely wonderful. So amazing. That is amazing.
There's a take. Oh, nice.
The power, all right.
The new Fly Fisher is supported by Wilderness North, Orvis Fly Fishing, Trout Unlimited, Rio Products, Oscar Blues Brewery, Global Rescue, Adipose Boatworks, WeatherTech Canada.
This week, I visit Ontario's far north at Mccocobatten Lodge. The lodge is located on the Albany River system and is one of Ontario's most renowned trophy fishing destinations. Mccocobatten is an 18-mile lake that is fed by the Albany River and a highly sought-after destination by wilderness enthusiasts and anglers alike. 3 targeted species in the area are brook trout, walleye, and pike. The lodge is located well beyond the reach of roads and is only accessible by float plane. Joining me as my guide is Andrew Miswace, a quiet gentleman and a great guy to be around. As we walked along the shore, we noticed the dragonflies were emerging on the rocks. This was fascinating to watch and told us the dragonfly nymphs were active in the river. Although I didn't have an actual match-the-hatch fly, generally a woolly bugger of the same size and color of the nymph will work nicely. In this case, either olive or brown will do. I knew there was a fish in that seam. Oh yeah, brook trout, nice. All right, brook trout, first one of the day. First one of the trip. I'll wheel him right to you, Andrew. Sweet. Now, what amazes me about these fish is that, you know, it's the end of June actually, beginning of July, and they never really go silver like you see in big lakes, do they? Mm-hmm. They stay beautiful. These fish are members of the char family, and they do look a little bit like Arctic char with the red spots, with the blue halos. And what's unique about it is the white leading edge on their fins. When you come up to the Albany River at Mccocobatten Lodge, you get wonders just like this. All right, so here's the fly that we're using. It's got a bit of a deer hair head, and it's a long olive leech with legs. And she ate it up. Let's go get another one. That was fun. Fishing brook trout, it's all about structure. And what I'm really excited about this stretch of the Albany River is we've got the same structure for as far as I can see. Now, namely, we've got a giant boulder that's right here that has 2 seams coming off each side of it. In front of me is a trough. So that's 3, 4, 5 pieces of structure. We've got the hydro pillow in front, we've got the seam on river right, we've got the seam on river left, we've got the trough, and we've got any of the boulders that are associated with the big one. Now, what I like about it is that you can fish multiple pieces of structure in one cast. I can cast across, fish the eddy of the boulder, I can fish the seam, and I can fish the trough all in one cast. And what's great about it is that we've got the exact same thing 9 more times down this stretch of river. Another one. Brook trout, brook trout. Now that was on the dangle. That was on the dangle, and I gave it a short pump just before I was about to bring it in, and he must have followed it in and just whacked it. This one is gonna be a nice brook trout. I saw the side of it as it came up and rolled.
Oh, it came off.
Oh, we lost him. Lost him at the net. That was a 20+ inch fish. That was a giant.
Straight when I was gonna.
That's all right, man. They're out there. We'll get another one. Mccocobatten Lodge is a full-service facility. The cabins are clean, warm, and with complete washrooms, including showers. There's also daily housekeeping service and 24-hour electricity. The main lodge has TV and free Wi-Fi. You're served breakfast and 3-course delicious dinners at the main lodge. You have a choice of a box lunch for on the water or a shore lunch. The boats at Mccocobatten Lodge are sturdy 16-foot Lunds with 25 horsepower 4-stroke electric start motors. Sonar, landing nets, life jackets, and safety kits are also included. In order to guarantee your chosen week, make sure you book as early as possible. Most people book before Christmas each year. The beauty of fishing a lodge like Mccocobatten is that you can do brook trout fully guided, or you can go upriver and fish pike and walleye all on your own. Do it yourself to figure things out. Perfect.
Through United Way, I did a self-esteem course, training for peer support, and now I volunteer. It's a lesson that comes from the nature of doing work with the United Way that gives me a new lease on my life.
When you don't have the people there to support you that you know you should, your world kind of like spirals. But United Way has been the biggest change coming into high school. Having the ability to help kids succeed is so important.
Could you use some extra cash? Tune in to McLaren Arts Center TV Bingo on Rogers TV for your chance to win. We have $2,500 in prizes up for grabs every Tuesday night. 5 ways to play, 20 chances each night, but only one way to win. Tune in to McLaren Arts Center TV Bingo, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. only on Rogers TV.
It's so inspiring to know that there's people out there that are willing to help people who've gone the situation that I've gone through. Because of United Way, I'm able to stand in front of you today with a good job that I can actually make something of myself.
Well, what a difference a day makes. This place is wet and buggy and raining and totally brook trouty. We're at the bottom of this set of rapids here, and I've made the decision to start at the bottom for a reason. I've been told with good accord that there are giant brook trout in here, and if I was to hook one at the top of the rapids, I would risk having to run down the entire set and spooking everything in it. So we're gonna start at the bottom, and we're gonna work our way up. That way, if we do get a big one midway or up top, we're not gonna ruin the rest of the day's fishing. Nice, right off that ledge. It's important when you're fishing back from the pool that you don't just lift it out and start casting, that you actually bring it back slowly so that if there is a chaser, it looks like the fly might be fleeing. Golden walleye, sweet fish. In a river system, walleye, super fun. All right, let's move up. The technique I'm using is called the down and across. It's really a do-nothing method. You cast across from yourself and allow the fly to sink. You then point your rod tip to the line and follow along as it swings in the current. After a couple of casts, you simply move downstream and repeat. You will know it when a fish strikes. The line will simply stop. When the line is finished swinging in the current, it's called the dangle. Pump the rod a couple of times. If a fish is followed many times, this action will instill a strike. The setup for this technique is simple. It's an intermediate sinking line to a 9-foot straight 3X or 8-pound test leader, and then the weighted fly. The weather had improved enough to go for shore lunch. One of the true pleasures in coming to Mccocobatten Lodge is the shore lunch put on for the guests. Fresh fish caught and grilled over hot coals to create a meal like no other. Fresh fillets pan-fried in a cast iron skillet take on a special flavor when cooked beside the lake from which they were taken. Fish never taste better than when cooked over a campfire and eaten while listening to the tranquil sounds of the water. Fish. Sweet. Paid off. How fantastic is that? Switch flies. Change your tactic, change your position to let it rest. And we got ourselves a brook trout. Nice, nice, nice. Persistence is key. Come on, baby. And then switching to a really big, bold woolly bugger. You know what, let's move this guy in a little bit. Let's move him into the shallower water. No, 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 no. Okay, so the fly has already popped out. We went from a natural looking woolly bugger, very organic colors, greens and browns, and switched it to something big, heavy, gaudy. That's what did it. Let's see if I can show you this beautiful brookie. Fantastic fish of the Albany River. All right, and the best part about catching these jewels of the north is letting them go. Now that is absolutely wonderful. So amazing.
My Uncle Cheney was one of over 150,000 Indigenous children that were taken to residential schools between the 1800s and 1996. My uncle ran away from school wanting to get home to his mom and dad, and sadly he didn't make it and died of exposure. When Gord Downey found out about my late Uncle Cheney's story, he wrote Secret Path, a series of poems that became an album, then a graphic novel, a documentary, and a concert. Gord met my family, and together we formed the Gord Downey and Cheney Winjack Fund. Together we are sharing Secret Path and other reconciliation resources with legacy schools, setting up legacy spaces across Canada, and hosting events like Secret Path Week to inspire all Canadians to engage in reconciliation. Before he left us, Gord asked us all to do something.
You're gonna figure it out.
Will you join us? Together we can make Canada a better place.
At St. John Ambulance, we're all about community. We teach life-saving skills and provide community support through our volunteer services. All St. John Ambulance product sales and training registrations support these important services. Volunteer, donate, or enroll in a program today so we can continue to have an impact on our community. Visit sja.ca to learn more. At St. John Ambulance, we do more than save lives, we change lives.
Well, it's about 8:30 in the morning. We've pulled into the inflow of Mccocobatten Lake of the Albany River, and we're actually going to target walleye on fly today. I know people think that walleye are boring, but I'm here to prove you wrong. It's going to be fast action walleye. It's early morning, should be on fire. All right, so cast it out, let it sink on a full sinking line. And a slow retrieve back. We're in about 12 feet of water, 14 feet of water. Fish. All right, got one. All right, first walleye of the day. Oh, it's a good one too. Nice. Sweet. Now, Mccocobatten Lodge is known, very well known, for their large walleye. And I'm talking consistently 24-inch plus. This is not a 24-inch walleye, but this is the beginning of the day, and they are fantastic, fantastic fish. And readily catchable on fly, which is amazing. People think that walleye are generally really boring to catch. Not when you catch them on black leech patterns. Super fun. See you, dude. That was fun. Let's do that again. The equipment used on this episode were for trout 9-foot number 5 and number 6 weight rods with matching reels. A smooth drag is also desirable due to the size of the fish and the fast current of the river. A double whammy when fighting big fish and heavy current of the Albany River. For walleye, I used a 9-foot 8-weight rod with matching reel. The walleye can be immense in this area. The setup for walleye was a little different than for trout. I used a full sinking line this time with a 4-foot 12-pound leader and then to the fly. I needed to get to the bottom or as close as I could, as fast as I could, and this, for the most part, is where the walleye feed. Oh, this one feels like a better fish for sure. Oh, he's fighting. This is incredible. Down and dirty. Oh, it is a good one. That's a great walleye on fly, let me tell you. Oh, it's a great fish. Look at that. Come on. Now that is a fantastic Mccocobatten Lodge walleye on fly. Good fish. Let's get a measurement on him. We'll let him go. 22.5 inches. 22 inches. There he goes. 22-inch walleye. Oh, that's a big one. I thought I was snagged on bottom. That's crazy. Oh no, it's another good walleye. All right. Quality fish just before lunch. Oh, they dig down. Oh. Now I've got 12-pound leader on here, and he's fighting every minute of it. Woo. Oh, that's the biggest one of the day. Look at that. High noon, big Mccocobatten Lake walleye. Look at that. He swiped at it and missed it. I got him just right there. Oh, that's fantastic. Look at that. It says it's 21 again. Nope, another 22. Not bad, cookie cutter 21s and 22s all day long here, huh? That is amazing. But it's too big, it's gotta go back. The flies used on this episode were not fancy. Simple woolly buggers for 98% of the fish taken. I used black, olive, brown, and I took a particularly large walleye on a purple strip leech. I also had an exciting hookup on a black stonefly. All flies were weighted to ensure they sank to the bottom.
Are you ready to bring your A game to help Canadians living with food insecurity? Join Adam Groh of Cash Cab and some great Canadian mayors to compete in the Mayor's Food Bank Challenge. Play live trivia on Facebook at CTM Award or visit bringyouragame.ca for all of the details. Scan the QR code to donate, get cool Canadian swag, and win great prizes, all in support of Food Banks Canada. Make sure you're watching for new episodes every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Hope to see you there, and please don't forget to share.
On Rogers TV, we have a reality show like no other. It has a great cast of characters. Some you may have even helped land the role. Each episode has something different. Plans are devised, decisions are made, votes are cast, and money is spent. It's local reality TV that you won't want to miss. And it's exclusive to Rogers cable customers. Catch your municipal council coverage on Rogers TV. Visit rogerstv.com for broadcast details.
So what I'm doing here in this deeper part of this river section is I'm casting it out and I'm keeping my line tight to the fly, and I'm basically just letting it dead drift down. These fish are coming off a massive mayfly hatch and a dragonfly hatch, and they're not probably all that hungry, so they're not going to expend a lot of energy to chase down a fly. Fish. Nice. And it is a brook trout. I saw this deep hole as we were bringing the boat down. Whoa. I ruined it when I went through with the boat, spooked everything out. I made a mental note that when I'm coming back, put on a woolly bugger and see if there's anybody home. And sure enough, second cast, we got lucky. Look at that. How's that for a July fish? Not too shabby, if you ask me. They're beautifully colored up for this time of year. Look at the orange on its belly. And those spots with that blue halos on them are unmistakable. That's what makes these fish so absolutely special to me. One of the things to remember when you're fishing river for brook trout, especially when the water's a little bit warm as it is today, is you want to let them go in an eddy. So we're right in front of a rock, and I let this fish go. He's not any worse for wear. I don't have much of a back cast where I'm standing here. So what I'm doing is at the end of my swing through with this woolly bugger, I'm actually using the line on the water to load the rod and to be able to punch it forward, so I don't need a back cast. Just like, never mind, I got a brook trout. Oh, and it's a big one. Oh, it's a giant. We're gonna go chasing this one. Oh, what a big fish. Now, I will be very lucky if I get to land this. What a fish. Come on, baby. Get him, get him! Get him! Give me that. That was probably a 6-pound brook trout. I knew he was barely hooked in the lip. He got in the net, and then we lost him. What a crazy, crazy, crazy week. I cannot believe the luck we've had with big brook trout here on the Albany River at Mccocobatten Lodge. I want to take this opportunity to thank Alan and Krista Cheeseman, as well as Andrew Misswace, for all of their hospitality and expert guiding. It is an absolutely phenomenal fishery. And as you can see, sometimes it's very technical. Remember, adventure is out there. What better way than to go and find it than with a fly rod in your hand? For everybody at the New Fly Fisher, my name's Mark Melnick. What can I say? Just get beaten up. We'll see you in the backcountry, everybody.
The New Fly Fisher is supported by Wilderness North, Orvis Fly Fishing, Trout Unlimited, Rio Products, Oscar Blues Brewery, Global Rescue, Adipose Boatworks, WeatherTech Canada.